Hey, welcome back to the lecture. Now let's implement this case RTC time config. Here, let's use another variable to store the time configuration state. I just call it as RTC state. This is basically a local static variable initially set to, let's say, our information, initially set to 0. What happens here is, so initially it is set to 0, as I said. 0 means it is actually the R configuration. This case executes. Here you just convert the user entered R information into a number, because user input basically it's in ASCII, right? So you just have to convert. I just used one helper function called getNumber, which decodes this payload and converts that into a number. If you want to see that function, which is right here, it just subtracts the ASCII offset for the number and it returns the number. So you just check this function. A number is obtained here, and that is saved in the R's field of the RTC time structure. This is a local variable which is of type, so I have not defined that variable. Let's do that here. RTC time type def. This is to store time information, and RTC date type def. So this is to store date information that is stored in R's, and then this RTC state is changed to minute configuration. And we just send the message to obtain the minute information. That's it. We just break this switch, and the control again comes back to the notify wait, and it waits for the user entry. When user enters minute information, the state is already time configuration, so it comes to this case. Now this time it is minute configuration. So get the minute, store here. Now change the RTC state to second configuration, and then send the message for that. And then control comes here, get the number, that is second information, store it in RTC structure. That's over, right? Now you have to validate RTC information. I mean, you just have to verify those numbers. That's it. I mean, you can do it in any way. So I just given one function in the RTC.c, validate RTC information. It just checks for the boundary conditions, like R's information must not be greater than 12, it should not be greater than 59, second should not be greater than 59. If that is the case, then it is considered as error. If the RTC information is correct, then you just configure the time, you calling this function RTC configure time, which I showed you in an earlier video. And then you just send this message, that is configuration was successful, message conf, that is configuration was successful. And then you show the configured time and date information. That's it. Once you configure it successfully, or if the information is invalid, it doesn't matter. You just set current state is equal to main menu, and the RTC state again you reset it, and you just exit. That is break. That's it. And in the same way, you have to now implement the date configuration. I hope you can do that, and I'll see you in the next lecture.